Where's my Noti gang? Where's my Noti gang? I might get signed out here, all good, but I have to get my other account in here. Yo, Neo, what up? Nice name there, Mr. Big. Almost got me. Zoro, what up? Siberia, what up? Storm Monarch, what up? Morning. Do a little bit of testing, a little bit of talent testing, all that good stuff. Bro, why did the devs release Cav heroes with no kind of speed on them? Zero speed. Now, every time that we've talked about that, someone was like, well, the new Cavs are OP, so they gotta try to balance them somehow. I'm like, well, I mean, I get that, but at the same time, it's like, bruh. Yeah, I saw Freya. Yep. I've been doing a decent amount of testing. Yeah. That's good though. That's huge. Meanwhile, Kaylin is still over here chilling. So, you know, we've done a few tests. Let me show you guys what we have going on right now. Hold on, let me post that we're live. Let me show you guys this report that I got. You guys are gonna be like, what the fuck is that? I should have continued being ratty, but look at this. Let's send the Discord ping out. Okay, everyone. Okay, Guns Good News. Okay, I saw that. I read that from Yosef. S. Raven, good morning, brother. Welcome back. What do you think about Urag Agnar and Nea Freya? You'll probably do this to get them to 50%. Okay, we'll touch on that. I think devs make this combo for rally meta and some PvP, not for hunting, because I think they can 1v1 versus Kuma Infa. Okay, well, I can tell you guys. Oh, my camera's messed up a little bit. There we go. I can tell you guys this much. We've been doing decent amount of testing, both PvP and rallying. Okay, so if you see here, this is a Freya Agnar versus Kuma Kwan, and very clearly these new calves are insane. Now, there's a few problems. There's two big problems that still lie with Cavalry rallies. Okay. One, they're pretty swarmable. However, if properly reinforced and you have field control, you should be fine. Okay, that's one. Two, once battle acceleration starts going, good luck trying to reinforce that. That's going to be very, very difficult to reinforce. Now, we'll see when that scenario comes up, but I really do think that they are definitely in the runner-up for rally meta. However, it's going to be on those two mitigating factors of that. Now, if you don't have any field control, I still think Quan Kuma are going to be your go-to. Okay. But okay, so anyways, Freya there, and then again Freya Agnar again. Look at this, 1 to 2 trades, both max deco. Okay, both max deco, all that good stuff. And then again, it's just constant W's for Freya Agnar, constant W's all around. Look at this. And then we did Freya Nea. And Freya Nea also did pretty good. Freya Nea also did pretty good, but not as good. And it also wasn't killing the target nowhere near as fast. This was no artifact, no pet, by the way. This was no artifact, no pet. So we're just testing the heroes at their very base level. And then we tried Freya Tobin, since they're both the rally cabs. Definitely not it. Definitely not it. And then we tried, oh no, these are just field reports. So I've been doing Nea Freya, just testing them out in the field because my Agnar is still 5111, so I haven't really took him out that much. I did have a few runs with that, and I'll show you guys what I'm running and that I need to fix this morning. And there's just kind of conflicting setups that I'm kind of going through in my head, and it's kind of annoying me, bro. That's why I was like, bruh, why did they make the calves like this? Lasto, what up, Lasto? I just watched your video, bro. I just watched your video on your calf setup. Yep. Who did you put with Theodore? Oh, you did Theodore Moo. You did Theodore Moo, and I can't do Moo because, you know, I'm also a mage player, and Moo is like massive for my mages. Absolutely massive for my mages, so I can't do Theodore Moo. Oh yeah, Urag Theodore. Interesting. You down to do some testing, Lasto? I know you have Elks. So let me show you guys. So currently, I haven't tried to speed sync the new heroes yet, but I've been running this right here. This has been my like best duel setup. Okay, the hammer in a 5v5 calves, like especially when it's just calves fighting, the hammer is a go-to, bro. You have to have a hammer, if not you're cooked. Cause you get hit for, and you get all the legions get stunned for 6 seconds, and then you unload all your artifacts, and the rest of your homies unload their artifacts, and it's over. So this is kind of more of like this is more of a like a duel setup. Now, if we're not having any like big PvP, then I'll do like Ferrando Moo or something for the brawling. But now the speed one is the one that I'm having trouble with. The speed one is the one that I'm like, you know what? Let me just go live. Let me just go live and talk to my people. Let me just go live and talk to my people. Yeah, speed is tough, bro. The speed is tough. Because look, right now, this is what I'm dealing with speed-wise. Right now, this is what I'm dealing with speed-wise. Freya is just kind of falling way behind. But then it just depends, right? Like, that's what I've been telling people. Is that when it comes to the speed one, you gotta talk to yourself. Like, what kind of cav player are you? Right? Are you hunting? Are you defending a cav push? Are you pushing with the cav group? Like, that is what you gotta tell yourself. Okay, so I think for most people, you don't even have to worry about the speed setup. I think for most people, you don't even have to do a speed setup. You can just do a damage build. I think for most people, you could just do a damage build and be perfectly fine. So G5 Cav beat G4 Info 1v1 PvP, right? For rallies so far, so I tested it in a rally several times. So they do in the field, I'm not sure. And even if they could in the field, like, you just don't do that as a Cav player. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you could beat a Kuma Kwan, you just don't do that. Yeah, sure, you might do it just to be like, yeah, what's up, type stuff, right? But, like, any cat player would tell you, like, even if they could beat that infantry march, they're, like, just don't do that. So, you take a lot of damage. You take a lot of damage. And this is from the rallies right here. Mira el consejo del Lasto. Yeah, I think I saw, if I remember his setup correctly, he was doing Urag, Theodore. He was doing Freya, Agnar. I like this one. Freya Agnar is nice. Freya Agnar is nice. I know that that thing pops off for sure. He was doing for Rondo, Freya. Right. And then who was the other one that he was doing? Oh, then he did Emerus. LSY. And then what was your other fifth one? And then Tobin Mu. And then Tobin Mu. I could see this, honestly. I could see this working, but like I said, the big problem for me is the Mu. I can't have Mu there. I cannot have Mu there. So that's where it becomes a big problem for me. Because take a look at my merit breakdown, okay? I'm currently at 72 million merits. Okay, I'm currently at 72 million merits. And I use just about everything except my archers. Okay, infantry, I have 22.4 million infantry merits. Okay. 33.2 mage merits. And cavalry, I have 13.5. So I use a little bit of everything. So I can't necessarily run that. No todos los casos tengo max, bro. Namás Freya. So this is what I've been running for the most part, my dual setup. This is what I've been running the most, guys, my dual setup. And I really enjoy my dual setup, right? So this is the one I have here. Here's my Blade Manti. Here's my Golden Rock. Here's my Moon Bear. And then my little Cheese Puff, I literally just started working on him. Yeah, and the other thing too is that Lasso's an elk rider, so that gameplay is, I mean, very different than normal cavs. He can tell you that himself. I do think that Lasso's making a really good option or choice switching to the elk riders in this situation. during big KVKs. Like big KVKs like this, you can't really go out and hunt. Like it's not really a thing to go out and hunt, because before you notice it, you're marked. You have a Skogul freaking, you have a Skogul Atheist or a Skogul Nika chasing you down to stop you. Like you just can't really cook. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that everyone needs to take into account for. Is like, you gotta ask yourself the number one question. Okay, let me actually write this down. What kind of Cav player are you? What kind of Cav player are you? Okay, what does that mean? Okay, well, there's different scenarios. Let's turn this music down a little bit. I feel like the music's a little loud. Okay, there, maybe a little bit more. Oh, trust me, I know, Lasto. Trust me, I know. Elks are insane. So that's the biggest question. What kind of Cav player are you? Okay, you have your hunters, you have your yeeters, and then you have your situational Cav player, which is pretty much how I've been lately. Okay, hunters, pretty self-explanatory, right? You're constantly out there with 5 calves, running around, looking for some poor souls, capturing some pets or something. Let me show you. I've done a little bit of hunting this season here and there when the opportunity presented itself, right, with my Nea Freya, just because she's max, and I was like, you know what, let me go just run around and see what I can do. Granted, you know, as a content creator, you're kind of being watched pretty frequently, so it's not that easy to hunt, especially if you're live. This definitely was not live. Okay, but anyways, that's a hunter. Essentially, a hunter just runs around and tries to look for some good targets to hit. A yeeter, okay, a yeeter is literally your Kraken / high spender that can just yeet calves into whatever and like not give a damn. Right? Number 3, which I feel like is majority of the community, is the situational Cav players. Right? The situational Cav players. Yeah, 31 speed will do, yeah. So I feel like for most people, you don't even have to worry about speed. For most people. And even for you elk riders out there, like, it depends on your positioning. Like, what kind of elk rider are you? Like, are you kind of more passive? You're just killing the blink tanks that are coming in? Are you more aggressive where you're actually pushing up and hitting some range units? You're gonna need a little bit more speed for that one, right? But if you're just kind of picking off tank units, being a little rat in the back, elk rider players trigger me, by the way. But anyways, but yeah, so you can just like, you don't really need to worry about too much speed for most people, right? Because let's just say I'm defending a choke, right? Which is kind of what I've been doing against NXW over here. Okay, this is kind of what I've been. I just exposed this guy over here. Anyways, against NXW, what I'll port like up to the, like, near the front over here, and I'm just playing defense with calves against their cracked out players that have max decos, right? Like Scamron. He is a menace to deal with. So pretty much what I do is I just bring out my damage build, and I utilize my hammer to like help save my teammates, right? I have this set up here, and I also have like extra defense here, here, right? This is like one of my favorite ones for like cav defense. Granted, this is like a little bit more speed on this one, but this is a little bit more cav defense one, where I have a hammer and I also have a torque. So I think that's probably one of the biggest things for a lot of us, is like, how is that doing? You know what I'm saying? So Let's go ahead. We're gonna use my alt account as kind of like a test subject.
Mine for the
They will be now.
Okay, let me see. Number 4 gives your calves a psychopath to use while being overrun by 30 infantry. Lol. Can you test Theodore Freya? Freya Theodore. Yeah, I guess we could technically test that. Now with the G5 Cav, what's the best one march for someone to build? I think it's Agnar Freya, actually. I think it's Agnar Freya. I still think it's Agnar Freya, but dude, there's so much. Like, dude, Nea, her cloak is so good, bro. I'm telling you guys right now, dude. Nea's cloak is so good when it comes to like targets of opportunity out in the field. Okay, I mean, look at this. These are even just recent ones. Look at this. My Nea Urag, just absolutely. I mean, bros, we're at 72 mil merits. Like, come on, bro. We are absolutely cooking people out here. Nightblades with the gifted membership. Let's go. Appreciate that gifted membership. Much love, brother. For 51%, movement speed is one of the few options. Just don't have Freya yourself. Okay. Yeah, that's why when it comes to the speed one, I'm like, oh, dude, it's such a headache, bro. It's such a headache. Now, let's talk about this. Okay. For the speed wise. What I was kind of thinking more on the lines of, okay, I was thinking more of like a Urag Agnar. I was thinking more of a Urag Agnar, right? And then a Ferrando Freya. I was thinking of more on the lines of this right here.
This is the Silverwood way.
This was I was thinking a little bit more, but then my 5th march, I'm like, okay, well, what the hell do I do for my 5th march? Tobin and who? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's where it gets weird. Because I don't want to like switch heroes a little too much. You know what I'm saying? Bro, can I say thanks for your videos on the new account and range lineups? Really helped you out. Hey, for sure, brother, for sure. Glad you're enjoying it. Did I max the new arty? No. Let me set up like a prototype build. We could do 7. 7 could be my prototype. Yeah, pet wise, I'm gonna just do the bullion beasts. I just don't like, I mean, the pet wise, it could be a bit interesting of where you put this guy. When inflicting auspicious mark or dealing damage or inflicting control effects via a cavalry hero's innate skill. Okay, well, that has to go with Freya. I feel like that has to go with Freya. I think the Bullion Beast has to go with Freya to get the most marks and stuff from him. But then again, Agnar also does that. You're rocking Berserk? Yeah, my Berserk is Dookie Cheeks. I don't have a good Berserk. Who would you guys... If you guys went with this setup here... If you guys went with this setup right here, who would be your guys' 5th march? I can't use Mu because I use Mu for my range units. You're gonna try Emerus Agnar, Theodore Freya, Bullion Lunaris. That's a lot, dude. That you're mixing so many stuff up there. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. That you literally grabbed every like cemented cav march in the game and just went like this. Like I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Like listen, you know, it might be good, it might not be good. Like I don't know, bro. I don't know about that. My thing is like I don't want to move things around too much. That's what everyone's doing. Yeah, but that's the problem though. That's the problem. That's what I'm saying. Like, so now hear me out, okay? Here's another thing I was thinking. I was thinking like, what if, okay, what if we stick to what we're normally running, okay? And then Freya Agnar is just a straight yeeting march. What if that is their intention? What if we just leave our cav setup, okay? For most of us, like the way that we have our speed set up, and then just leave Freya Agnar as a march that you just yeet into the crowd. Because listen, I did a lot of testing with Fluffy. Agnar primary is a lot better than Freya primary in the field. Okay, but you do miss out on a ton of speed with that setup. Yeah, yep, Agnar with skill tree. Yep. 0 speed. And here's the thing, right? Especially for you, Lasto. I'm not sure how long if you've used the Elk Riders before. But you don't really need that much speed with Elk Riders. You really don't. Right? Especially if you're just cleaning up tanks in the back. Like, might as well just go full skills trees. Might as well go full damage. You know? And if you get the opportunity to run around, then I can get that. You play a bit of aggressive. Okay, yeah, you definitely need speed then. So you guys haven't pushed over here in a while, yeah? Bro, Lasto, who's your guys' builder, by the way? Who's your guys' builder, bro? Dude, this build up here is an absolute masterpiece of a build. Let me show you guys this build setup. So they used the same format for all 3 sections. Okay, so what is that format? That format is Bastion. Okay, you place a Bastion right in the corner to where it blocks like anything to be able to be built. Okay, you guys see that? They put another Bastion over here and it does the same thing. It covers everything that can be built here. Look at that. Like this covers right onto that city there, and it literally overlaps it. So you literally can't build anything without destroying the bastions. That's just the initial setup. Okay, so boom, you place the bastions. That kind of locks up anything from being built in there. Then you place a tower right in the corner. Okay. After that tower, yo, Lil Rev with the member-ooski. Appreciate you, my bro. Thank you, bro. As you guys know, guys, each membership helps keeps us full-time in this stinky gamer chair. Appreciate you guys. Okay, so you place this tower, then you place a tower right on the edge. Okay, right on the edge of that one. Once you finish that tower, you put a bastion right in the backside, just enough to cover up to the pass. So you have to destroy both towers before you could even destroy the fort. Like, that is some nerdy ass building, bro. Like, and they did the same concept, right? 2 tower bastion or fort, right? 2 towers, fort. So like they pretty much did the exact same like layering setup for both the left and the right, and then the middle is kind of overlapped by bastions. It's crazy, bro. It's wild. Listen, I don't think they're listen, bro. I love my WAO fam. They ain't getting through that, bro. They ain't getting through that. They ain't getting through that. Nope. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. There's no way. That requires, let's say, 1.5, 3 hours, another 7 hours for this. So just from destroying buildings, 7 hours, and that's like with the idea that you have a full donut around the destroying, and there's, you know, not a 40 billion power kingdom on the other side. So anyone above a 60 IQ could build something like this? Yeah, sure, bro. Anyways, what I'm gonna be doing today is working on this right here. Oh, sorry. This one. So I'm gonna be going into oh wow, gracias, ma. Aquí tengo un tenedor. We're gonna be working on our damage build. This is wow, no faith. Listen, like I said, I love y'all, but I don't think y'all getting through that. I'm just saying that setup and how strong they are, there's no fucking way, bro. There's literally no fucking way. Yo, Hex for 20 months. Sheesh. Sheesh. Appreciate that. Lil Rev.
Rev's wifey here, waving hand emoji. You're not in a stinky gamer chair no more. Wifey chairs smell like roses, rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
Shit, not anymore. Not anymore. But yeah, yo, Lil Rev's wifey, appreciate that 5 bump. Much love from you guys. Much love. Finally, 5 Cav Hero marches, not epic or infantry or overall in the lineup. I mean, for now, because look, I can see something like this. Look, I could even see, like a Marduk Agnar. I could even see that, and then just go like this. Where's Freya?
I know the risks.
I could even see something like this in terms of like speed. Right? I mean, you could put a bunch of different setups here, to be honest, but I don't we'll see what happens, bro. Does anyone want to test with me? Okay? 5v5 Cavs. We'll take out the hammer. We don't have to do the hammer. Right now, 5v5 me. 5v5. I'll 5v5 anyone in the chat right now. I don't care who you are. Okay? It's just about seeing what our marches are doing. Now, granted, 5v5 is not the best testing, but 1 second. Has anyone tested their cheese puff? Your favorite Cav March is Theo for Rondo? That's a first. That's a first. All right. Okay. Heroes. Let's go we're gonna go manual. Manual. Oh no, reset, imported, bang. Next, Bakshi. Reset, imported. I gotta change some of these up, by the way, but okay. Next, Urag. Reset, imported. This cap setup here beats going Focus and Raging Tide by a lot. We were testing it yesterday. I don't know if... Here's the thing with steady hands, right? I think this synergy gets overlapped by Perfect Ferocity, right? Because they're both synergies. So that's why I didn't go with having steady hands here, because this Perfect Ferocity being 15% skill damage dealt overrides this one because this is only 10%. Okay. Anyways. Okay, Agnar. It does in theory. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It literally overlaps, bro. You'll see it in the reports. It says that steady hands outdone. Why not crit? We tested it and it lost. That's why. We tested it and it lost. That's why. Okay. Yo, Toan, thank you, bro. Yeah, like, what do you mean in theory? No, it's not theory. We tested it. It does overlap. Like what? Like what? Okay. We did our Lee. We did Urag. We did Bakshi. We did Agnar. Who's the other one? Theodore. Imported. Okay. So what I'm gonna be doing here is no one wanted the 5v5 smoke, huh, chat? I'm just a part-time Cav player. I'm not even a Cav main. G5 Cav are pretty damn strong. Okay, Dave the man said, hey, guns in chat. Got a question. I haven't played it in a long time and I'm in server 383. Your power is 32 mil. And you've missed out on a lot of content. Should I start again? You have Lily and Kanara Max. Yeah, pretty much what Creo said. Just find the lower powered server and work your way up from there. Because, listen, you can start a new account Okay, you can start a new account, you know, have a little bit more fun in the beginning, if that, because from what I hear, the younger servers are like absolutely dead. Then you're gonna go into Season of Strife and you're back where you started with an even weaker account. You know what I'm saying? Chill, chat. No talking about selling accounts or anything against TOS in the chat. Come on now. Dun, 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 dun. Cookie, what's poppin'? What up, what up, what up?
The new moon rises.
Okay.
Our homeland lies before us. The enemy cannot escape.
I have foreseen the fall of Cavalry, but it may be averted.
Yeah, so normally in the dual setup, I'll run the hammer. Normally in the dual setup, I'll run the hammer, but right now I'm just kind of DPS checking right now.
May yet speak.
Cookie, don't get me started, Cookie. All right, you ain't got enough merits to be talking to me like that. You gotta get your merits up. You wanna crack jokes at me like that. We went over this already. Okay.
God never flows across here. You be a blood offering to the ancestors. And the weak are prey. Nothing of power.
God damn. 2.7 to 19. 6.5 to 88. $3.7 to 54. 8.3 to 59. 4K to 39. Okay. Huh.
Never show them your weakness.
You called me one shot. I mean, Hey, Cookie, I will tell you this. You're active, though. You're an active player, so. Artifact diff? What are you talking about? My artifact is level 3 exemplar? I don't think it's an artifact diff. Just... Actually, let's look at the damage, actually. Okay, 14.5 for the spring blades. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Oh my goodness, bro. Look at that spring blades. Bang, bang, bang. Bang. Lunaris. Damn. Bang, 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 bang. Wolfhow, 32. Kingslayer, damn. Boom, 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 boom. Wolfhow, bang, bang, bang. Yeah, definitely artifact diff. That's crazy, bro. Even the Kingslayer did better in terms of like hitting a bunch of range units.
A wise and insightful choice.
Conquest awaits.
I mean, you can see the pet damage too, right? Look at this. 1.6k war pet damage on my little baby Bullion. 41k war pet damage. 23.7k damage. 19.3k damage. And 12.9k damage. I mean, bro. Urag Tobin is just nuts, man. You're an active off 4 more than a player, which matters the most. Oh, well, your calves are annoying. Don't target you next time. Hey, Guns, do you solve the march speed problem with the new calves in your lineup? Well, right now, I'm just going with a damage setup. Right now, I'm just going with a straight damage setup, guys. Oh, shit, I got the hammer this time. All good, all good.
With the footsteps of our ancestors.
Usually in a situation like this, you want to hit like AoE first. Oh, there you go.
You'll be a good meal for my wolf. None shall remember you. All are destined for death, and I am among them.
2.4 to 36, 4.5 to 98. God damn, bro. That Urag, that new Urag build I got is insane, bro. Shout out to Fluffy, by the way. I was talking to Fluffy, and I was telling him about how my archer setup has changed. That I don't go for a crit rate anymore in the talent tree. Yo, Cherry Bomb, thank you for the sub. And then he was like, what if we do the same concept to Urag Tobin, or like to the skill tree for Urag? Instead of going for the crits, you focus more on rage and tankiness. And I mean, it's working out. 4.8, 1.9, 1.4 to 28. Yeah, this is for sure like a artifact diff for sure. No doubt about it. Oh, guys, also, we were testing yesterday Agnar Freya in Garrison. and it was absolutely cooking, bro. Agnar, Freya, and Garrison. I know some of you guys are probably like, what? Dude, trust me. Yesterday with Fluffy, we were doing the same thing here in Roots of War. How much speed are you running with your damage setup? 41% or less? It's probably gonna be a lot less, like a lot less, like a straight, like, listen, when it's a damage setup, speed literally doesn't matter, like, at all. I still gotta go in and fix all my trees for my damage setup, which is what we're gonna do today. And then once I figure that out, we'll see what we do with the whole, like, speed situation. There's a big problem with the new Cav artifact. The cast is so delayed, and it hits a legion that's already dead from the other artifacts. Yeah, the new artifact seems more of like a 1v1 situation. Yeah, that Urag is slapping, bro. Bad. 98. Well, listen. The Wolf Howl Horn is just nutty, bro. The Wolf Howl Horn is just absolutely broken, bro. I still think it's the best artifact in the game for Cavs. Maybe even in the game too, bro. We'll switch up the artifacts and look at the artifact damage difference. Okay. Switch these up. Guys, even like for the Wolf Howl Horn, I've even yeeted for Rondo Theodore with the Wolf Howl Horn and gotten like 30k pluses, bro. The Wolf Howl is just... Dude, that artifact is just broken, bro. That artifact's just straight up broken. Top one Cav, I think is Agnar Freya now.
None shall remember him. Let blood be spilled. Perfect terrain for a dwarf. You'll be a good meal for my wolf. My mind is clear.
I mean, it did better with the Wolf Howl Horn. And then the Urag Tobin did substantially worse, like half of what it normally does. Half of what it normally does on the Urag Tobin. Yesterday, your Emirates Awakened. X-Mobile, are you in 575? Are you in the same lines as my baby account? Could have sworn I saw your name the other day. I'm like, let me go in there and do some daily stuff. Okay, what speed do I do? Well, I guess it depends on who's the slowest, right?
If our enemies weren't afraid before, they will be now.
Who's the? I think my Lee is my slowest here, and that's because he has 0 speed right now. Could turn off autocast and see how close they are in terms of damage just from heroes. Okay.
I hear the mountains call.
I hate doing this, by the way, but it's like I'm doing more damage setups than anything. 107, 104, 105, 103, 104. So it looks like my Lee. So my Theodore, Bakshi, and Urag are pretty decent right now. So, okay, so we only have to change 1 and 2 speed builds. Lee is like, Lee literally has like no speed set up on his. Okay, so I gotta figure out what Theodore, Bakshi, and Urag are on. And then kind of go from there. Yo, Zach, what up, bro? Yeah, bro, I was just sitting here, like, kind of thinking about everything, and I'm like, damn, bro. Well, so here's our situation, okay? We have Winter's Edge level 3 exemplar already. So far, when it comes with this pet, or this artifact, so it deals physical damage to selected legion, damage factor 3300, and inflicts immobilize. Cannot move for 5 seconds. Effect can trigger once every 10 seconds. 1 second later, deals diffuse damage, physical damage to the target legion and nearby legions. 3 legions total. Damage factor 1500. Damage legions lose 30% march speed for 8 seconds. After gaining frostbite, the hero's legion ignores 15% of the enemy defense for 8 seconds. So I think this artifact is gonna be better in terms of like rallies and stuff like that. Okay, I think in terms of rallies and things like that, it's gonna be absolutely nutty. Oath of Stormpeak. I don't really know too many players that actually use Oath of Stormpeak too well. Okay. So, Emrys. Oh, God. Here we go. What all players hate doing. Okay. What's my, Okay, so Urag, or so Bakshi Emrys. Emrys has a embedded 10% march speed in him. In the skills. Right here, I think. Yep, 10% march speed. There. And then Bakshi... And then Bakshi has the 15% here. Okay, so 20... I think we're looking at like 25% march speed. Which... Agnar is not going to have. Agnar, the most that Agnar can get up to is 21% march speed. And then Lee... I think we can get Lee to... 21% march speed, because right now I have a full damage build on him, which I love. I absolutely love this setup right here. I need to switch it. Listen, when it comes to calves, guys, I've noticed I've been running caged animal a lot, and that's been a big mistake of mine, to be honest. I should not be running caged animal. If you're running an elk rider, yes. If you're running elk riders, yes, you would get a lot of benefit from caged animal. But if you're running physical calves, definitely thirst for blood. Definitely thirst for blood, guys, for sure. The fights don't last long enough as a calf player, especially when you're yeeting in or fighting other calves, to get the full benefit from the caged animal, in my opinion, compared to just like a burst damage thirst for blood. We can call this one a straight damage build. We can say all damn. Okay. Let's see. I think Naya has 10% in her kit. Okay, so Naya has 10% in her kit. The 15% from the tree. Okay. Okay. I think it would be this setup right here, but we're doing a new one now that we tested. Yeah. Okay, next is Agnar. Yeah, Agnar is just gonna be at 21%. I might have to switch them around, dude. I might have to switch them around. Maybe. We'll see. Like I said, when it comes to the damage build, I'm not like losing sleep over them being like right next to each other. As long as they're like somewhat together. Wait. We mad something wrong on that Lee. Oh, I didn't switch it. There we go. I was like, why is he still getting smoked? Could you test Naya plus G5 calves? Any synergy? Let me show you something. Now you might be wondering, why not Naya Agnar? Well, my Agnar is 5111. I haven't really brought him out there. However, Agnar, even at 5111, is already showing a lot of promise. A lot of promise. Deathline, what up, bro? Welcome in.
Stay vigilant.
See, Agnar is always gonna be like a little slower than everyone, but that's fine. For a damage build, that's fine. I'm not gonna be running this far unless like they call for like a full for a full Alliance cav push, you know what I mean? So that's fine for the damage. I'm okay with him being a little bit slower. That's perfectly fine with me.
You will hear us howl again.
Oh shit. What did I have him at? I think I had him set up like Lee, actually, because of the 10% from Emrys. Did we switch my Urag here? Okay, we switched my Urag. Lee, Urag, Naya, Agnar. Ah, shit. Where's Agnar at? Shit, we're gonna have to redo him already. Oh, nice. We get a free one. I guess you could, like, if you really wanted him to be at 21%, you could come up this way a little bit. Or at 25% with the rest of the people. You could come up and take 4% off the top there and then be like perfect, but then you're gonna miss out on a lot of value from the other side. I mean, listen, Thirst for Blood in the beginning, like, it's something to think about, right? This is 5, this is 7. So you're gonna miss out on... You can go like here up to like 3.2 and then bring it back up here to like that. But like I said, I'm not too worried about my damage builds being like right on top of each other. Okay.
Ancient secrets.
If our enemies weren't afraid to... you stay focused.
How is Nea Freya? You wanted to do that? Let me show you. Nea Freya slaps, bro. Now, I haven't tested Nea Agnar out in the field yet. I haven't tested Nea Agnar out in the field yet, but Nea Freya, I can tell you, yeah, it definitely slaps. Now, that's like I had a good run here, right? I had a good run here. Normally, like, other decent runs just yeeting. You're looking at them right now on the screen. This is literally just yeeting my calves. Okay, this is literally just yeeting. Look at this. With the Wolfhowl Horn, of course. Wolfhowl Horn is the best cav artifact in the game. Okay. So that's what I was running. Wolfhowl Horn, because it does the most damage out of all the cav artifacts. If you're just yeeting, like yeeting a cav. Normally for me, I'm not a Kraken, so I don't yeet calves. I don't do a 5 cav bomb yeet. Sometimes I do, just because why not, right? But For the most part, that's not something I normally do. I like to usually run one cav march out and get massive value from that one yeet. Usually gives me better value doing a solo cav yeet than doing a 5 cav bomb. Because the Wolfhound Horn is just so strong. Makes sense? Look at this. Look at these trades, bro. Like, what? They're insane.
Never. Bleeding heart, never.
So you can see the 4%, you can see the 4% difference there.
A temporary trick.
Okay. Now, if I wanted to go with speed on my account, on my builds. Now, if I wanted to go, look, the problem with like the Sorlin's blade. Okay, now that I'm seeing what that new artifact's doing, I'm like, maybe that new artifact's not as good as we think it is. For like big open field battles against like a group of like a bunch of damage units. Maybe solo yeeting. Maybe solo yeeting, it's pretty good. Maybe solo yeeting is pretty good. We might have to go in and test out a solo yeet. Fuck it. Let's do the wheel again. Who cares? All right, let's do the artifacts again. Oh, not that account. I don't know what playlist this is, but where the hell is the bundle at? Is it back here in great values? Where the hell did it go? There we go. Da, 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 da. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on, little baby. Okay, this next one's pity, I think. Yeah. Okay, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whoever gets it right gets a daily. Whoever gets it right gets a daily. ¿Crees que la caballería G5 funciona bien en formación 5-1-1? ¿Necesita invitar más? ¿Sacarle provecho? Todo depende, Jack. ¿De cuál quieres? 6, 7, 4, 7, 4, 8, 2, 5, 7, 3, 8, 3, 4, 10, 9, 7, 5, 9, 10, 5, 1 from the Punisher. The Punisher, I'm pretty sure you're in TFS. I'm never gonna hear the end of it, bruh. I'm never gonna hear the end of that. So weird. You're in WGL? Oh, okay, it's a bunch of Punishers. Okay. Yeah, message me in Discord, bro, at YT Guns COD. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come on, chat. 3, 4, 2, 8, 5, 5, 2, 5, 7, 7, 8, 8, 5, 9, 6, 1. Okay, let's go back into Roots of War and test it even at level 4. Oh, purchase rewards. Bang, bang. Look how many tokens we got. We could put him into him, but I don't really run calves like that, so... Like, I do run calves like that, but, like, not really at the same time, you know what I mean? Like I said, I specialize in the solo cav yeet, okay? There's a science behind the solo cav yeet. If you know, you know. But, yeah, let's go take it out for a spin. Sure. X-Mage main and solo cav enthusiast influencer. If I'm X-Mage main, how am I the #1 in merits for mages in TFS? How am I an X-Mage main, huh? Explain to me that, Batman. Riddle me that, Batman. Riddle me that. You know, I wish we can see the troop type leaderboards across the entire server. I wish we could. I think that I wish they can implement that. That would be cool. That'd be cool if they can implement that. Let's look at Call of Stats. How much mana have I used? Let's see, when did the pass open? I think the pass opened in the 12, huh? Let's see, the pass opened on the 12, right? Pass 1. Calendar. On the 13th. It's okay, we can put from the 12th. 1/12 to now. What, Pops? No. Charge yours. Okay. I've used 4.2 billion mana. 4.2 billion mana so far. Some light. Some light, you know what I'm saying? Some light. Let's do the auric for now. Solo Cavi into a ball of 5 mages. Yeah, so let's see the science of solo caveat. Oh, one cannot teach the science of the solo caveat. Thou shalt know the right moment to strike. All right, here we go. Let's make sure that it's on autocast. Okay, it's on autocast. Here we go. We'll hit right in the front. I don't think I've ever even seen the artifact go off. $78.5k artifact damage. Yeah, no. This artifact's not it. Nope. Nope. Look, listen, even if I max this artifact, it wouldn't even come close to the Wolfhowl Hornstill. Not even close, guys. Not even close. Nope. Nope, not even close. Yeah, the Wolfhound Horn is way better. Way better. Now, listen. I think the new artifact specialty is going to be in damage over time. Okay? I think the new artifact specialty is in damage over time. So I'm going to say that again. So I think this pet, or this it's Cavalry unit HP as well. It's not even full attack. Right here. After gaining Frostpack Mark, the Hero's Legion ignores 17.5% of the enemy Legion, right? If it was max, it would be like, I think 20. But I think compared to the Wolfhound Horn, even at level 5, it would be better. I think in rallying, it would be pretty good. I think in rallying, it'd be decent. Okay, let's send up. We'll send it up one more time, right? We'll send it up one more time. We'll aim a little bit more towards the middle. We'll aim a little bit more towards the middle. But that, yeah, the damage so far for that. Poo-poo caca. Poo-poo caca. Poo-poo caca damage. But bum 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Look at that, 205k artifact damage on that Urag, bro. Yeah, the Wolfhound is just broken. 174. Like I said, even if I were to max that artifact, I don't think it would be. I don't think it would. I don't think it would take the artifact to the level that we want it to be at. I think this artifact is more a damage over time kind of thing. Okay, so for example, I feel like these new heroes are dead ass just made for Elk Riders, straight up. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. I feel like these new heroes were pretty much specializing for Elk Riders. Like when you think about the kit itself, okay, the defense damage, right? Because you get the 60% from the hero and then the 20% from Winter's Edge, totaling for 80% defense ignoring. Like, bro. Okay, this time we're gonna aim a little bit more in the center. Let's aim like right there, right in the center. $55. Oh wow. Okay, that one hit a lot harder. That one hit a lot harder. But I still don't think I still don't think it's gonna be enough. Did I just see an additional artifact damage there? 127 that time. Okay. Whoa. What was the difference? How did we hit for 44 here? But then we hit for 73 here in 2120. I don't understand the math on that or why that was. Interesting. You will go Nea Freya with Wolf Artie and new pet counterattack package and have fun with 1.5 million cabs. And oh yeah, don't do that. Let me tell you guys, if you're gonna go for a cav yeet with the new cav pet, I know that I talked about the counter package. Remember, I told you guys that I was gonna do some more testing. After testing and further review, if you're gonna be doing yeeting, just build a venomous lizard with the counter kit. If that's what you're gonna be doing, okay? But for the actual cheese puff itself, I would say go with the fierce kit. I would say go with the fierce kit for the actual cheese puff. Does that make sense?
Check your boots. A North fight across never slows a frostbeard.
Bum 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 bum. Nea Freya and Wolf still the best? I don't know. Joseph, listen, I ran Nea Freya, right? You saw my reports. They were fire. It competes with Nea Urag or Urag Nea. It really does. Like, I still think Urag Nea in terms of yeeting is probably still better. Okay. But Nea Freya is still pretty good as well when doing a little cav yeet ski. Any opinion on what the devs could do of the dying new servers? So from my understanding, the devs are already merging dying kingdoms together. But the problem with that is two wrongs don't make a right. Now, merging two dead kingdoms is probably still better than doing nothing. But I don't think it ultimately solves like the overall problem. You preferred Freya because she looks fine? Hey, listen, if you're going for looks, then yeah, I think Freya Nea will definitely be the better choice for you. Bum bum banana bum bum. Yo, Ray Godlike, what up, bro? Archer versus Mage target matter? Yeah, I think Archers... Yeah, that's definitely what it was. That's 100% what it was, chat. That's 100% what it was. I mean, Cavs counter the Archers, right? So we'll hit the Lilia target outside of field of view. What? We'll hit another Mage in the back. There you go. Yeah, when I'm doing cav yeets, I specifically target archers. And unfortunately for Cookie, I think she's an archer main, so that's usually her. No, that time it hit pretty damn hard right there. 74K. I don't know what happened that first time. I don't know what happened that first time, chat. You love this new Legion for real. You use Agnar with Theo and get 44K with no pet and level 56. Agnar with Theo. Theo Agnar. Theo Agnar. Theo Agnar. Theo Agnar. Theo Agnar. Theo Agnar. That kind of sounds like there's a possibility there, to be honest. And then Ferrando Freya. Ooh. Huh. Yeah, possibly. 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 That has potential, to be honest. Lasto right now, so I figured out what I want to run for. Let's test out a Theo Agnar caveat. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, I can't do Theo because he's on my damage build. See what I'm saying? Like, I can't do Theo because yeah. Okay, let's but yeah, Lasso, as of right now, I'm pretty set on what my damage build is gonna be, which is just this right here. And if stamina is not an issue, then we go Theo Mu. Potentially.
If our enemies weren't afraid before, they will deck your boots.
Boom, boom, boom. Try Urag Theo. Okay, okay. What would you, Lasso, what would you recommend if I wasn't doing fuck, what did you say? Who did you do Mu with? If I couldn't put Mu into my Cav lineup, how would you do for physical? Because did you mention that in your video? I think you just talked about Elk Riders mainly. Your Elk Rider setup. I watched almost all of it, I think. I think I watched like 80% of your video, I think. Give Guan Freya a thought maybe for your Archer account. Freya for archers. I mean, she has potential for archers. You can probably add Alisar in there. You will have to probably add some purple heroes. You're losing 2 whole skills with Awaken, which are only cab base / rally. I think it's worth a try.
Never slows a frost beneath the ice. My honor remains unbroken.
156.8k. Okay, so based off what we're looking at here, look at that. The Wolf Howl is just straight damage to everybody. I think the new artifact is better single target damage. Like I was telling you guys, I think the new artifact is gonna specialize more in the rally and garrison setups than the Wolf Howl Horn, for example. Right, because this one did what? 94 I mean, the Wolf House still ended up doing a little bit more damage, but the new artifact is not too bad either. It's kind of what you guys said earlier. When you have all 5 Cavs rush in, you might have to stagger your artifacts a little bit. Does that make sense, chat? See, this is what's important about testing, like just kind of looking at everything, because it's like, well, one of you guys mentioned, well, the problem with some of the Cav artifacts is the fact that some of the targets are already dead by the time that you go to proc it. So I feel like when it comes to like Cav rushing and rushing into range units, you kind of want to be mindful, you want to be mindful with your Cav artifacts and when you proc them. However, if you're eating into a massive ball, it is what it is at that point. I don't think you have the luxury of choosing when your artifacts go off. But if you're hunting and you find some range units out there, I do think that definitely comes into play of when you proc your artifacts and when you don't. Does that make sense, chat? Okay. Let's start tapping into try Urag Theo Wolfhow. Okay, let's take a look at what that would look like. Let's take a look at see what that would look like. So as of right now, my damage build is pretty set, and I'm feeling really confident with my setup because I've used it against Scammeron, who's max decos, and I've also used it against this guy, who's also max decos. So yeah, some pretty good testing. So okay, here's our damage setup. Sticking with this, more than likely 99% of the time that I'm out there with Cavs in this season, I foresee myself playing more defensive with my Cavalry. Okay, here comes a Cav push, boom, I pull out my Cavs, or I pull out my counter Cav setup that I have here. Okay, yeah, so now the speed one. So I can't do Urag Theo because Urag is in my damage build. So I can't do that. See what I'm saying? Like, there's so many different little different nuggets that kind of go into this. Right, because like you can see here, my Urags and my damage setup. Edward, what up, Edward? Yeah, then that's tough, LOL. You can't run same heroes as main for damage and speed. Yep. Unless you're willing to keep swapping talents. Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not. Okay, so if I were to do a speed build, boom, we switch to the speed build.
Mine for the taking.
Okay, now this has to change.
This is the Silverwood way. A relic of power. I shall wield it with honor.
Yeah, the new heroes kind of have to be split a little bit. You could technically run it with a Sorlin's Blade, right? Because let's see. With Agnar Primary, you get 21% March Speed, 18% March Speed from the Sorlin's Blade, which puts you at 39% March Speed, so too slow. You could go with Freya. You could go with Freya Primary. You could go with Freya Primary and get how much speed? 21, 31, 41, 41 plus 18. That's 59% March speed. So you could you can take 5% speed off the top there. Probably here. Ooh, excuse me. Okay. We could take some speed off the top here. And probably just go damage. Increase overall attack. We could technically do that. Right, for the like March speed setup. Okay, so for my March speed setup, I gotta switch this up for Naya primary. I don't know where her speed is at right now, so it might be a little chalked. We're just gonna go through different like potentials, okay?
What can I do for you?
Even the longest road
I think I'm at like 54% March speed, but I think it might be time to like finally switch my setup up, bro. I might go with that 51% March speed setup. So like this is not too bad. You could technically do this. Throw a Sorlin's blade on there and call it good. Like it's just my hunting setup, you know. That way you don't have to keep switching up so many different things. That is potential there. Obviously my Sorlin's is like I reforged my Sorlin's because I never use my Sorlin's. Season skill, yeah. I'm pretty sure I have Gill Step. Yeah, I do. Okay. That's potential number 10. Okay. Just like straight up, don't really have to change much. Bang, bang, right? Now, setup 7, which is the... Let's go like this. Setup 7. Without having to switch too much stuff around. Ooh, yeah, I would have to probably run a purple hero. I would actually probably have to run a purple hero if I wanted to do like a March speed sync. How good is Freya Naya though? Or Ferrando Freya? You know what I'm saying, chat? Like how good is Ferrando Freya anyways though? We're gonna have to test that out. Like how good is Ferrando Freya? Let's see, Ferrando Freya. But look, even if we went like this, right? Even if we went with what most people are going with, Ferrando Freya. Freya.
and the rewards.
Who the hell are we putting in the 5th March? Who the hell are we gonna put on the 5th March? You guys see what I'm saying? Who the hell are we gonna put on the 5th March? I can't do Theo. Theo's in my damage build. Agnar doesn't get enough speed for that. Agnar doesn't get enough speed for that. Where's Agnar? Agnar's in my damage build, so I can't do that. And I prefer my damage build over the speed build right now with what I'm with, like how I'm currently running my calves. So number 7, right?
I know the risks and the rewards.
I'm telling you, the more and more that it kind of like smacks me in the face, the more and more that I think we should do something like this.
A wise and insightful choice.
with the Sorlin's blade. Do Lunaris on Urag? Urag, listen, the Wolfhowl Horn is like PB&J for Tobin Urag. So this is like the first setup that I told you guys about. We could technically do this if you're going for more like a hunting kind of speed build. Actually, now that I'm looking at this, we could go like this too.
Ready to uphold the frost pact.
That way we get the Winter's Edge in here.
Wield it with honor.
And then now that leaves Lee out. Now that kind of leaves Lee out. We could do kind of like this setup here. I've never ran Emrys LSY, but I feel like I think Lasto put it this way. Lasto has an Emrys LSY, and then a few other people that I know run it like this as well. Lil Yake here, what up? Agnar and Goresh, that brother, we're talking speed here. What? Hello? We're not talking about yeeting into like range units. We're talking speed right now. I'm kind of liking how this is looking so far right now. I'm kind of liking how this is looking so far. What do you guys think for the 5th March? Now, some of you guys are making some suggestions with other marches, but like, it also can't conflict with my damage build. It also can't conflict with my damage build. I looked at Lasto's setup. His setup would be definitely good for me to run, but I can't put Moo in my calves. I can't put Moo with my calves, guys. And I can't do his Urag Theo setup because my Urag is built for damage. So there's a few conflicting things between me and Lasto's setup. Does that make sense, chat? Yeah, moves for my mages for sure. You know what? Pause the music, DJ. Now that I think about it a little bit more, having Freya with Sorlin's blade to keep up with the speed is not that bad of an idea, especially if you're like mainly focusing on hunting range units. It's kind of like what Lasso said a few lines up. If you're hitting DPS, it's not that big of a difference. Right? Because if you look at this whole lineup here, granted, I would have to get my Sorlin's Blade leveled up again, which is fine. We have the Titan's Legacy. We could do that. We could technically do that. Who are we missing in here? Bakshi. I don't think Bakshi would be good with Freya though.
Heed the call of the wilderness.
I don't think Bakshi would be good with Freya. I don't see the synergy there. Maybe we could even just keep Emrys Bakshi. Maybe we could even do Emrys Bakshi, Freya, LSY. We could potentially even do this. For the 7th one. Now, I see some of you guys are saying Fulgrim. We could do an Alistair Urag. You guys see what I'm saying though? Then maybe try Tobin with Freya. Okay. But then that puts me again in a weird spot. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. So we could do potentially, like you said, dude, I'm gonna have to do a lot of testing and a lot of 1v1 fighting. Okay, so you could even go like, what speed would this be? 21%. Oh, hold on. Urag is already at what is Urag at? 15. I think I only have 15% on his talent. 10 from the skill, which puts him at 25 plus 18. That puts him at like 43%. Okay. Is this what you're saying, like this? And then have like a Sorlin's Blade on it? Yeah, that wouldn't work. Because you know why that wouldn't work? Because both my Lee and my Urag are damage builds. Does that make sense? Both my Lee and my Urag have damage builds. Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying do like Alistair. You're saying we could do Alistair Urag. Alistair Urag. Blade Manti. And then over here we could do Tobin and Lee. Oh yeah, so Tobin and then where would Freya go? Tobin Frey.
I know the risks and the rewards.
This would still be like 10% slower. This would still be 10% slower. Then you can stop Bakshi for LSY. I mean, see, that's the thing. If I put Sorlin into it, if I put Sorlin on Tobin, we'd have to do a lot of switching, or maybe the feather. Dude, I'm kind of leaning more towards this right here. Where's it at?
I will make good use of it.
I'm kind of leaning more to just doing this. Oh, sorry, this right here. Does that make sense, chat? I'm kind of leaning more to just doing this. Hold on.
A relic of power. I shall wield it with honor.
This is what I'm leaning on doing right here. This is kind of what I'm leaning more towards. I'll be right back, chat.
Takes me back in time to laughter and long nights we left behind. We were young, wild under open skies, chasing horizons with open eyes. Yeah, I walk along where we once ran, through streets that still hold the shape of our plans. The skyline feels like
Okay. 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 Get dressed. Do your hair. All right. All right, chat. This will be to be continued. After what, 12:30? So we'll start the stream up again here in a little bit. An hour and a half roughly. And we'll do some testing with the speed builds. We'll test like just the builds in general, and then we'll sync everything together if it's syncable. Does that make sense? So far not bad. We got our speed and we got our speed and our damage set up. Yeah. So we'll go from there. I gotta take my son to school right now though. So, but anyways, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video or this live stream so far, make sure you guys drop a like on the live stream. Definitely helps me out a ton. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, guys, hit that sub button, turn on the bell notification, lets you guys know when I go live or drop a new video, guys. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later, guys. Peace, y'all.